Hello, everybody. So I just got out of seeing Black Panther, and just letting you know, I'm very tired right now. I worked like 11 hours today, and I didn't have much sleep last night. And then I was only home for like maybe 2 hours before I went to see the movie. So I'm very tired right now. But I still watched the whole thing, no problem. I wasn't bored or anything like that. But anyways, Black Panther was very good. Wasn't like anything spectacular. I figured it'd be just another not like a subpar movie, but like a little bit above that. Because recently Marvel's been getting better, in my opinion. Like last year we had Volume 2 of Guardians of the Galaxy, which was very good, better than the first Guardians, I thought. Spider-Man Homecoming was very good, and Thor Ragnarok, of course, was amazing. Best Thor movie. This one was very different from all the other Marvel movies because, I mean, it's an all black cast. It's a whole kind of culture movie with Wakanda and all that stuff. Um, just a very well done movie. Ryan Coogler directed this. He directed Creed, which was, very well done Rocky kind of spin-off movie, seventh movie, whatever you want to call it, which also had Michael B. Jordan. And Michael B. Jordan was phenomenal in this movie. He was really good. My one kind of complaint with this movie is I wanted more of him. I mean, he was in it enough, but like I think they could have used a little more of him. His character was awesome. I won't talk about spoilers until the end of this video, which I normally do in a movie review. But right now, I'm not going to mention any spoilers. But he was definitely my favorite part of the movie. He was great. And Andy Serkis as well. I love Andy Serkis. He was really good in this. He was in Age of Ultron where Ultron cut off his arm. Or was it this arm? I'm trying to think. Yeah, it was this arm, actually. Andy Serkis was crazy in this movie. Very kind of like Gollum. But if Gollum didn't have this crazy squeaky voice, you know what I mean? If Gollum was like a human, that's what this character was. Age of Ultron, he was kind of weird too, but it wasn't like this. He was really weird in this one. But it was good. I liked it. So he was a cool addition to this movie. Chadwick Boseman, of course, as T'Challa, right? Yeah, that's his name. Black Panther. He carried the movie very well. I wasn't sure because I've never seen any other movies he was in aside from Civil War. I'm not really familiar with him, but I thought he was really good in Civil War. So I wondered, how well he would, be the lead in his own movie, and he actually did a pretty good job. He has a lot of good emotional range in this too. There's a lot of things that happen with his character in this. And I gotta say too, one of the best parts of this movie is the whole Wakanda culture. Like they did a great job establishing all the different I don't know what the words are to explain this, but all the different cultures within it. Like there's different groups of people within, because it's a giant country, right? So there's all these different groups of people within it, and there's all these different kinds of warriors and people with different skill sets and whatnot. But they did a really good job establishing this as like its own world. The visuals in this movie were amazing too. Some of the CGI was kind of, obviously okay. That's a bit a fake background or whatever. You know what I mean? That's in any like Marvel movie nowadays. Like you can just spot what's really there. What's real and what's not. But it's not horrible or anything like that. It's not Star Wars prequels. Those just look horrible. But no, the visuals though were great. Not special effects per se, but like the visuals, like the whole look of the city, the whole design of like the technology, the different spacecrafts and all that, and the weapons. And also, I really like the thing that happens when. I think they showed it in a couple of the trailers. Like there's this like kind of purplish sky scene that happens. I don't want to go into details. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking. I'll talk about it in the spoilers, I guess. But the visuals were really cool in this. There's a few twists in the movie too that were, really cool. I can't mention right now, but yeah, this movie was really good. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, you get really emotionally invested in the story as well. Then there's not a lot of funny moments in it per se. I would say probably the funniest part about this movie was Andy Serkis and Martin Freeman. Both were pretty funny in this actually. But there wasn't like typical Marvel jokes like all the time. Like there was a couple like major ones, people would remember from this, but like there weren't like so many. But the funny moments are funny, so it's okay. So yeah, this movie's more on like the dramatic side, more on the kind of serious tone. But yeah, just very well done movie. The action was great. All the acting was awesome. I really felt like this was a real culture that could exist. I mean, vibranium's not real, but the stuff that gives them all their technology and all that stuff. But yeah, very good movie. I don't know what else to say that's like not a spoiler. As far as a rating goes, I would probably, like I said, it wasn't spectacular, but it was very good. So I wouldn't give it like an A. I'd give it like a B plus. So like 8.5 out of 10. That's not negative or anything. That's a very good rating. So I would give this an 8.5 out of 10. Definitely go see it. This is now the 18th movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is crazy. Next we have Infinity War, which is gonna be nuts. Which is only like 3 months away, right? Wow, like less than that, I think. May something. I don't know which day it is. May. I want to say it's like May 4th, right? I know that's when the first Avengers came out, was May 4th, I think. But anyways, yeah, that's like very close. I can't believe how close that is. So yeah, this was very good. This far into this series to have something this different, this bold, I guess, because it's very bold to just have a movie like this happen. You know what I mean? I mean, it's doing very well. I've heard it's like selling out at every theater. It's getting good reviews. To have an all black cast as well in such a big movie like this. But yeah, the whole movie was fantastic, I thought. But nothing like superb. Yeah. But anyways, very good. I don't have much else to say. Anything else I can mention? It's not a spoiler. I always have a hard time doing this part of the video, like, because I always want to talk spoilers. That's always longer. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, anyways, let me know what you thought of the movie in the comments below. But I will talk about spoilers now, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, don't watch this part of the video, please. Just come back to it later if you see the movie. So, okay, spoilers. All right, spoilers. Okay. So, Michael B. Jordan's character was awesome. He was very, he had a very tragic, he was a tragic character, tragic backstory and all that. I was actually, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of rooting for him. Like, I really understood his motivations. And what he was trying to do was kind of, he was kind of ruining the whole Wakanda culture. Especially when he said burn all the, the herbs or whatever those were. I wasn't like agreeing with all that, like all the hostile actions he was taking, but I really did understand his character. I felt very bad for him when he died. But I do like, he's like, don't, what was it? Don't bury me, just put me in the ocean or whatever, because my ancestors, they felt it was better. Death was better than to be, death was better than bondage or whatever, because if you just keep me alive, you're going to keep me in a cell. His character was very, he had a lot of pride. He really, I don't know, his character was awesome. Eric Killmonger, right? Yeah, man, Michael B. Jordan's a good actor. He's awesome. I know they're doing another Creed movie, so that's going to be cool to see. I never saw the Fantastic Four reboot that he was in, but I heard it was horrible. And I think I saw something where he said this makes up for Fantastic Four. Like, he thought he did this to kind of put that behind him. And I'm sure this movie more than makes up for that, but I haven't seen it, so I refuse to see that movie, actually. That and the Ghostbusters reboot, I refuse to watch that. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about that garbage. So, other spoilers in this movie. I was surprised they killed Andy Serkis' character off. But I get why they did it, so that, Eric Killmonger could have power, because, he brought Claw's dead body to them, T'Challa couldn't do that, but he could. So I get why they did that. Yeah, what other spoilers? When T'Challa, dies, when he gets thrown off the cliff or whatever, I was like, okay, he's obviously gonna live. He's gonna be alive at the end of the movie. He's gonna be in Infinity War. We already know this. But that was surprising to me though, because they, if there weren't, if this wasn't like like a franchise movie, you know what I mean? If this wasn't such a, I don't want to say cardboard cutout kind of movie, but a lot of these Marvel movies have the same kind of structure where the hero takes a big fall and then comes back at the end. Oh, no pun intended, big fall. If this wasn't a big franchise movie or anything, I probably would have believed that, yeah, he actually just died. Like, he threw him off the cliff and he was dead. Like, kind of like The Lion King where, what's his name dies? The father. You know, but obviously he was going to survive because he's in the next movie. And it's Black Panther and it's Marvel. So, I get it. But, yeah, that was surprising to me, though, that they threw him off a cliff. And, it really felt believable that, oh, he really just got defeated. And yeah, I kind of was rooting for Michael B. Jordan, but I get it. He's evil. His intentions weren't actually good. He was, he had good ideas, but he wasn't going to use them in the right way, is what I'm trying to say. I also should have mentioned in the non spoiler part, Denai Guerrera, however you pronounce the last name, Michonne on The Walking Dead. She was excellent in this movie. So was Lupita Nyong'o. Both were very good in this. I can't remember their characters' names. Kind of complicated names for me. I mean, I don't really remember what they were. I'm sure they're short, but I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. But they were great in the movie. Also, T'Challa's sister was really funny. I was really surprised she did, the "What are those?" at his shoes. That was really funny. That was probably like the most like memorable, funny part, I guess. Yeah. Her character was really awesome. Martin Freeman, too, was in this movie a lot. He was in it a lot. I was surprised. I thought he'd just have, like, a kind of smaller part. In Civil War, he had a small part. But he was in it a lot. He was good. He was funny. He's kind of like the one... He's like the outsider that comes into the world. He's like, wow, look at all this stuff. You kind of look at it through his eyes, sort of, at certain points. Like, wow, like, look at this. But yeah, and then I like at the end, too, that T'Challa is like, okay, yeah, we will join Wakanda with the rest of the world, but not, like, so extreme as to what, Killmonger was trying to do. I like that they're actually doing that. So that's cool. And then they went back to the place at the, where Killmonger's dad got killed. That was a twist, too, that, I didn't expect. And then another thing, too, I don't get... So that first scene in the movie, it said 1992 or something like that, right? Like the early 90s, I think it was. Or I think that's what it said, 1992. So that's what? Let's say this takes place in 28... Or does it take place in 2018? I don't even know. It just said present day. So let's just say 26 years. 2018, right? So Forrest Whitaker was the kid at the beginning of the movie. Not the kid, not, Michael B. Jordan. The kid that's in the room, with the guns and all that, he's like, yeah, that was me when I was younger, and I was with your father. So how does he go from that kid to Forrest Whitaker in 26 years? Like, isn't Forrest Whitaker, like, really old? I was confused by that. I'm like, wait, that kid doesn't look like he'd be that old after 26 years. Like, I don't know how old that kid is. I've recognized that kid, too. He was in that movie, The Great Debaters, with... Denzel Washington, I believe, was in that. Yeah, but I thought that was strange. I was like, wait, that was him? I don't know. I just could be... Maybe Forrest Whitaker's not supposed to be as old as he really is in this movie. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, and I just like how it all ties in. And, what I was mentioning earlier, the cool visuals, is when, the king, or the Black Panther, whatever, lays down in the sand and drinks the stuff, and he's like teleported into this world where he talks to his father. Killmonger did it, and also T'Challa. But what I was saying, I really like the visual of like the sky. It's like a purplish kind of, and there's trees, and it looks really cool. I like that. That was a really nice visual. Yeah, I don't know what else. What other spoilers? How can I forget? End of the credits. Bucky was in it, so that was cool. I was actually kind of expecting Captain America, because, the back of my mind, I wouldn't think they would show up during the movie. I was like, okay, probably in the credits they'll show Captain America or, Bucky, because at the end of Civil War, I think it was the mid-credit scene, not the one at the end. Because all these movies have two credit scenes now, one in the middle and one at the end. It was the mid-credit scenes where they showed Bucky was gonna be frozen or whatever to get his mind back together, I guess, in Wakanda, and also Captain America was gonna live in Wakanda in hiding. So I figured, okay, they probably won't throw them in during the movie because that'd be like a little too much. They want to probably save Captain America's return for Infinity War. So I was thinking, okay, maybe they'll show them in the end credits, like briefly. I don't know, but to see Bucky, that was cool. I like that. So yeah, Bucky's back to normal, I guess, fully. So yeah, that was cool to see at the end of the credits. And then the mid-credit scene wasn't anything like spectacular. It was just kind of like we're doing this. We're talking to I think it was United Nations. So in full effect now, Wakanda is going to be part of the whole world, I guess. So that's cool. But yeah, I don't have much else to say, I think, spoiler wise. There's people driving, or the lights flashing everywhere. Headlights. What other spoilers can I mention? Oh, Stan Lee's cameo was kind of like random. It was just so random. Like he's like, I'll take these chips or whatever. I don't know. He was like stealing the winnings when Martin Freeman was playing that game, gambling. That was kind of funny. It was just out of nowhere. I don't know. Could have been better, I guess. But I don't know where else in this movie you could have put Stan Lee, so I guess that made sense. I think that's about it. And like I said, I wish Michael B. Jordan was in it more. There's a whole, I want to say half an hour, maybe longer, that he's not in it. Like that first scene you see him in at the museum or whatever that was, and then the next time you see him is when they break out Andy Serkis, right, from the being interrogated. I think that's like a whole half hour later or something like that. And I think the movie was 2 hours long, I think. What was the runtime? 2 hours and something minutes, probably. Maybe less, I don't know. I didn't really time it or anything, but it felt like it was 2 hours at least. I think. I don't know. But anyways, I'm just too tired right now. Yeah, that's like the thing. It's like I wish he was in it more. Like, because he gave a very good performance, but yeah, and I keep forgetting. There's so many different actors in the movie. The guy from Get Out was in this, and he did a good job too. He was kind of like a secondary villain at points, when really he was more of like a sidekick at first, but then he kind of goes to the secondary villain, and at the end he's good again. He did a good job in this, and I know he's nominated for an Oscar for Get Out, which is awesome. Daniel Kaluuya or whatever his name is. I can't pronounce his last name. I just butcher everybody's name. If it's not simple, I can't pronounce it correctly. But yeah, like I said, this movie was really good. I'm obviously going to buy it on Blu-ray, that's without question. On 4K disc also. Oh, by the way, I should mention, I did see this in 3D. I forgot, I bought the ticket for this movie, like, at least over a month ago, or whenever the tickets first went on sale. It was during that week, right? Wasn't the first day, though. But I don't know why I went with the 3D. I think it's because the earliest showing at my theater, the theater I always go to, which is, really close to my house, actually. It's very convenient. And it's a nice theater, too. The earliest showing was a 3D one, so I think that's why I went with that. I was like, you know what, I'll just see the 3D, because, it's earlier, and, yeah, I could, go to bed earlier. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think it has to do with that. It's just, I thought it'd be cool to see it in 3D, I guess. But, yeah, the 3D was pretty good. I'm not really a huge fan of 3D or anything like that. But I think that was the only reason I saw it in 3D, is just because it was the earlier showing. So I thought, oh, I'll see it sooner, whatever. So yeah, the 3D was pretty good. But yeah, I can't wait to have this on 4K disc. It's going to look nice, for sure. But, yeah, solid movie. So, obviously you guys, if you're watching this right now, you've seen the movie. I hope you've seen the movie if you're watching this right now. But, yeah, what would you rate this? Like I said, I'm going to go with an 8.5 out of 10. I think that's pretty fair grade to give this. Very good, very well done. Ryan Coogler, good job. I don't know if you're coming back for the second Creed movie, but please do. Actually, I don't think he is, actually, unfortunately. I don't know why, but he did a great job with the first Creed. I didn't see that movie Fruitvale Station, which also has Michael B. Jordan. I need to see that. Um, but that guy's talented, man. He's young too, and he's making some great movies. So yeah, um, yeah, just very good movie. I don't have much else to say. Any other big spoilers, really? No, I think that's about it. Anyways, yeah. So that's my review. Thanks for watching this, and I'm gonna try to have more videos out this week. I have an idea for one. Um, yeah. Well, my number one fan on here, Aaron. You know who you are. He wants me to do a certain video. You know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna try to do that, either tomorrow or day after. I don't know. I'm gonna be very busy this weekend. I got a lot of stuff going on this weekend, personally, but I will try to have a video out tomorrow, maybe. This one particular video I'm mentioning. You know which one it is if you're watching right now. I hope you've seen Black Panther, Aaron. I hope you have. But, because I've been talking about spoilers and stuff. But anyways, thanks for watching this video. I've been rambling on for 21 minutes now. I need to go to bed. I'm very tired. But 2 thumbs up, 8.5 out of 10, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah. Good job, Marvel. Good job, Ryan Coogler. Everybody involved. Great movie. And I really hope it makes a lot of money. I really do. Because, you know, this could make a good, you know, kind of sub-series, you know, with a sequel and a third movie or whatever. But I'm sure Black Panther's going to be in a lot of these movies anyway. But yeah, this could definitely get a sequel, a third movie, you know, whatever. The whole 9 yards. But anyways, thanks for watching this. I'm going to stop ranting. Have a good one. I'm going to go to bed. Bye-bye.